I want to take a little bit of time and look at the background property because the background property is something that presents confusion for people, and there are some nuances to it. And we are going to lean on the background property for our full page display. So anyhow, I've just found that when I teach this class, students need a little extra love when it comes to the background property, right? Because the background property is a shorthand property for many other background properties. So we're going to look at that. And one of the main takeaways from the second section is that I do not recommend using the background shorthand property. I find that it just frustrates people and causes confusion, and it also frustrates me and causes me confusion. So there's not a lot of clarity or uniform functionality and implementation of the background shorthand property. So we'll see that in this section. Let me just give you a little bit of a walkthrough of the different files we'll work with. So here, the background, being able to set the background size is really important because I've put a background image on this page and it's right there. So if I change the size on it, I could get that image larger and larger. And I could also position that image in different ways so that it fills the background in one way or another way, or I could take it and I could move it around the page, right? So I could position it here, I could position it in the center of something. I could bring it down 10 and over 300. I could also set how does it fill in behind, right? Like where is it sitting and all that stuff. So the background origin. And then finally, I'm going to go over why shorthand sucks. And so here's some extended Bacchus-Naur form straight from MDN. This is the documentation. And it says put everything in this order. And there's even Stack Overflow post on this that says put everything in this order so you know it must be true. And there's a little acronym they have, right, for remembering that order. But when I put it in that order, my IDE WebStorm's like, that's not the right order, and WebStorm gives me a different recommendation for the order. So and then highlights it as an error. So there's just mixed implementation of it. So I just say don't use it. Because it's also confusing, right? Because some of them have the same value. Some of the properties have the same value. So you're like, is that border box for this one or for that one? Okay, so just stay away from it. That is what we have coming up in this section.